it's true that I think that there has never been a more exciting time to be in this sector, and I'm hoping that everyone here feels the same way. And yeah, we can take in some questions from the audience. Yeah, we have one question here.
I have a question to Katrina. I'm not very familiar to this concept of blockchain, but from what I could understand is that blockchain can be used for it's basically like protocol, computer protocol that you can use for peer-to-peer trading. So from what I could understand is like it maybe stores data and then like what I want to understand is how do you use this data? Like is it something that you store the data and then it maybe it learns something and then it predicts, or does it help in taking decisions? Like, okay, if this person has more electricity, so maybe take from here or take from here. So how do you use it and what is the role of blockchain?
Well, the blockchain technology itself, you have to see it more like as a data bank, as a decentralized data bank. Every information, let's say information that you store in that data bank is stored not in one central server, but every participant of the network is having the copy of all the transactions that are done, all the information that are put into that blockchain, that data bank. If it can predict something, not without IoT devices that are going to send those information. So the blockchain itself, without IoT devices that we need, for example, we have a big problem in the energy sector, in Germany especially, where we do not have enough smart meters. That's what I mentioned when I said our infrastructure isn't digitalized enough. We do not have enough IoT boxes that we can install without having big argumentation with the regulators regarding data privacy. So it's early stage. But the blockchain itself is nothing without connection to other IoT devices and with a smart business model that you build on top of it.
But perhaps these two things can work well then. Like you can also
convince. We will send out the material, and Katrina will be staying for lunch, so that will be really great. Are there any more questions from the audience?
Yes.
Yes.
Like some articles I have read that blockchain is very energy intensive. So when it comes to implementation of blockchain, what percentage of electricity generation would be used in blockchain mining?
Well, when it comes to the energy impact, it's a very true argument, and it's also a very false argument, because it's only true for public blockchain that use a proof of work. The proof of work algorithm, it's a consensus algorithm called the proof of work, and it's what you mentioned, the mining. So you have different miners behind a computer that are competing against each other to validate the block and create a new block. And that requires a lot of computing power. But in other technologies, like on the Hyperledger Fabric solution, for example, where they use a proof of stake, they don't need more electricity than another system, or a proof of authority. Also, this is an argument that is partly valuable for me, because when we take a look at how much energy intensive companies are that produce, for example, money, or it's not comparable. And also, what we read in the press, my consultant asked for a precise number, because one day it was like the electricity, the consumption of electricity of Denmark. The other day it was like Copenhagen. So not very.
But today, according to recent studies, it's like the same consumption as Switzerland, right?
Okay, well
yeah.
Then it's again another number.
Yeah.
But it's only regarding to that public blockchain consensus algorithm that we need, and it varies without whether you use another technology. Is that answering your question?
And this also puts a lot of more pressure to make sure that there's more renewable energy in the market as demand increases. Okay, I would like to thank you both, and let's take
One question from the YouTube.
There's a question from the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, there is a question from Tobias on YouTube. would like to ask Katrina, transaction on blockchain can be slow. Balancing a microgrid could require fast response to changes. Is this an existing problem in the Ludwigshafen project?
In the Ludwigshafen project.
Sorry.
It is absolutely a problem, and as I mentioned, we are early stage. We are just launching. We have the chance to use a new technology that has been developed by the Energy Web Foundation, and the Energy Web Foundation developed a technology where they use a proof of authority. So every blocks are validated every 3 seconds. So for now, it scales. Let's see how it develops in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I think that a common theme for both of your presentations is digitalization and electrification, and I really think it's important of what it is actually bringing into the market, of efficiency, of a new customer experience, and new business models, which are really essential. So I can also tell you some personal news that on Friday I will start working as business development manager at our own open innovation platform called Greenfield. So if you have an idea of new business models, of a way to use digital technologies, you can just contact me and we will try to make it happen, because I see it as my role to maybe shoot Vattenfall in the foot before they get smashed by a bus. Because if we are in the verge of disruption, and with all of the things happening in the market, if we have in the future an energy utility owning no assets,